If he runs, I will ban him from endurance forever. So I just said, Kenny, listen, what can happen, right? It's called Rock and Roll Marathon. The king of rock and roll is going to lead.
And now the release of all that tension as they just stream down 6th Street from Laurel.
They're being led by Elvis.
We've all been led by Elvis, Ed.
In the late 90s, it was myself, my two partners, Bob Babbitt and Lois Schwartz. We were publishing Competitor magazine 12 times a year. Our job was to actually help people get motivated and get them out the door to work out and train and participate in all these great events across the country. So I was sitting around the office one day and Bob had a great idea.
Elvis has to lead the rock and roll. I guarantee they're going to love it, right? It symbolizes what rock and roll is. You know, business in front, party in the back, Elvis leading. What could be better than that? It's called Rock and Roll Marathon. The king of rock and roll is going to lead. Kenny Souza calls me up and says, Bob, I'm leaving duathlon. I'm leaving the sport. He's been a professional athlete forever. He's wearing a banana hammock and he's got a midriff shirt on that's tied in the back. He's got long hair. Everybody knew who Kenny Souza was.
My kids were going to start school, so I moved from Boulder back to San Diego, and I needed to get a job, which, you know, my good old friend Bob Babbitt got me a job, and that was with Cliff Bar. That was one of my first expos I had to work, you know, sampling our product. And Bob, you know, was at the expo, come up, and he's like,
Kenny, if I got you an Elvis outfit, you think you could go off the front and maybe lead this race? And he's like, his high pitch. Sure.
Oh yeah, sure, I'll do it. I can, you know, run some 5-minute miles for, you know, 3 or 4.
I'm like, okay. So I have Misty make an Elvis outfit, basically overnight.
Bob came to me and said, Misty, can you make something functional, but not heavy polyester that is Elvis? And I thought, sure. I knew Kenny. I got his measurements and just made the suit to his size.
And I don't think Kenny thought I was serious about it, but the next day at the expo, I bring him the Elvis outfit.
So I'm like, oh no, I'm committed here.
And meanwhile, I'm hearing rumblings that, you know, Tim Murphy has heard about this. He wants people to party in the back, but he wants you in the back. He doesn't want the party to come to the front and potentially trip the top guys in the world at his race.
Tim Murphy heard that I was going to go out with the leaders, and he said, you will be banned for life if you go out with these guys. And then I started getting worried. I'm like, Bob, I have a family. This is my first job. I can't screw this up.
I think right now the runners are just super excited because they know they have
Rock and Roll Marathon. This is the spot, right? It was right here. So what do you remember about that morning, first of all?
I think I saw you. You already had yours on.
Oh, yeah.
You were parading around taking photos and everything. And I'm like, I'm hiding until the last minute. I remember towing straight in the middle, in the center of everything, right into the, before the start. And I'm sitting there and I kept waiting for somebody just to like, get out of here, Joker.
Yeah,
you know, but
nobody did.
Nobody did. And I stood there and next thing the gun went off and it was like, boom.
Runners, stop! The release of all that tension as they just stream down 6th Street from Laurel.
they're being led by Elvis.
We've all been led by Elvis, Ed.
Everyone just kind of surrounded me and just gravitated towards me. So people were just cheering like crazy for Elvis, you know, that first mile.
That changed everything. It was rock and roll is more than just another marathon.
To everyone's surprise, Monday morning we all woke up to the San Diego Union Tribune, and front page of the sports section was Running Elvi leading the rock and roll marathon here in San Diego. And that image became a pillar for all the collateral and all the promotional material to help promote that event across the country.
That and one photo symbolizes what rock and roll is all about. We want you to come and go run a PR, but if you're here to have a good time, that's okay too. You got a costume? Come on out. You lost 40 pounds? Come on out. You're dealing with a disability of some sort? We want you to experience the marathon.
So if you look at the running Elvi today, it's still a theme within the event. And literally 20 years later, if you think about it, it's come full circle. We just celebrated our Las Vegas event at night, and we had the first ever running Elvi win the Las Vegas Rock and Roll Marathon.
That's the ultimate. You have a guy dressed in an Elvis outfit on the strip in Las Vegas winning. That is the ultimate prize, right? You've got everything at one time.
The crowd's cheering for Elvis is just amazing, you know. I remember coming down the finish, you know, he'd stop in and do a little dance or stuff like that. I went to the VIP tent to get some beers, and I remember looking over like, oh no, he's gonna come up and just say, what did you do? And Tim Rippey came up and just, nice.
Don't give up your day job.
Running is a lot more fun if you're dressed up and you're having fun.